Hello folks, I'm super excited to see you around. Welcome to Mark Cyber. My name is Mark, and in the previous video we looked at virtual machines in details. That is from definition to types of virtual machine, but what we covered under types of virtual machines is type 1 virtual machines, that is called process virtual machines. Today, our focus is mainly on that is system virtual machines. What are system virtual machines? This is one area that we are going to dwell on a little bit because the virtual machine that I'm using for my case falls into this category. Well, system virtual machines are a type of virtual technology that enables operation of a complete operating system's environment on a host machine. They simulate an entire hardware platform. By doing this is helping them to run multiple operating systems simultaneously on that single machine, but from an isolated environment. In other words, what we are saying is that this type of virtual machine is a technology that helps the operating systems to run. It gives an environment. Okay, when these machines are installed in your host computer, we are saying that they provide a given environment that is sufficient and secure to run a virtualized operating systems. For instance, when we install VirtualBox as our virtual machine in our host computer, the VirtualBox will provide an isolated environment which is secure to run virtualized operating systems. The virtualized operating systems in this case can be Kali Linux, can be Ubuntu, we can run Windows 11 Server, we can run Parrot OS. And remember, all these operating systems, they will be installed virtually because the hypervisor, which is the hardware manager, will ensure it allocates the minimum resources that are required for effective functionality of each virtualized operating systems that we have installed in that particular virtual machine. We are saying again that these operating systems, they simulate an entire hardware platform, allowing them to run multiple operating systems, and these instances can run simultaneously on a single machine and with a different environment. Whatever we are saying here is that as much as they run multiple operating systems all together on a single machine, there is also an isolated environment. The VirtualBox or the VMware Workstation Pro or VMware Workstation Player, they both provide what we call as an isolated environment that is important to run this virtual machine. Folks, now you know why it is important to know what exactly virtual machines are. We are moving to features of system virtual machines. The key features of system virtual machines include the full operating system environment. Okay, what you are seeing in this is that when you have installed these virtual machines in your host computer, they provide an environment sufficient enough to run a complete operating systems. All right, and you're saying that each virtual machine runs a complete operating system independent of the host OS. Another component, a feature, in this case, that it is very, very important to understand is a hardware virtualization. A hardware virtualization is now the work of the hypervisor to ensure that each of the virtualized operating system have the required CPU, the required memory, the required storage, and the network interface for them to run effectively and without any problem. Remember that these resources, they are allocated virtually by the virtual machine monitor or the hypervisor. Another feature, which is feature number 3, that is worth to know and to understand, is isolation. Isolation means each can run on their own, all right, in that environment. Each can run, each VM operates in a sandbox environment. This means that when we run these operating systems, and there might be an issue with a Parrot OS to be specific, the problem that is within Parrot OS cannot affect Kali Linux operating system, or cannot affect any other operating system, and the vice versa is true. So we are saying that in isolation, each VM machine operates in a sandbox environment, and therefore why do they operate in sandbox environment is to ensure that issues or changes in one VM or one virtualized operating system or one virtualized machine does not affect others. For instance, when we are running VirtualBox in the same host machine, we can also run a VMware Workstation Player or Workstation Pro within the same host machine. Now, when maybe there is an issue with VirtualBox, that won't affect a VMware Workstation Pro, for example, in this case. So here there's something called sandboxing. You will understand this as we continue in this course. And number 4, the last feature of system virtual machines are compatibility. Compatibility is a very important feature and very significant composition as far as system virtual machines are concerned. Remember that systems can't function effectively when there are incompatibility issues, all right, or when there is issues of compatibility. Now we are saying that virtual machines, they can run different operating systems simultaneously. All these operating systems can run together. You can power on Kali Linux, you can power on Ubuntu, you can power on Parrot OS, all together, and they can function effectively as long as the allocated resources are enough for their effective operation. And we are saying that we can run Kali Linux on Windows host and vice versa. Folks, if you found this video insightful and educative, remember to hit that subscribe button so that you keep track of our next videos on the same. And another thing that we have to look at, and it is very, very important and significant for your journey as an IT maniac, as an IT professional, as a cybersecurity enthusiast, and as a beginner in this case, a beginner or someone who have interest to dive deep in the world of IT and cybersecurity and networking, penetration testing, and of course, ethical hacking. You need to understand these components of system virtual machines, and we're saying that the component number 1 is the hypervisor. We have talked much about hypervisor, so I won't dwell much on this. And the hypervisor is called virtual machine monitor. This is the manager and ensures that every VM has the required resources for its functionality. And there are 2 types of virtual machines, and type number 1 is called the bare metal hypervisor. Sorry, there are 2 types of hypervisor, and type number 1 is called the bare metal hypervisor. And this is a type of hypervisors that run directly on hardware. For example, we have the VMware ESXi and the Microsoft Hyper-V. These are some of the most common type 1 hypervisors. Remember that they run on a bare metal. All right. Number two is now where we are, and that is the one that I am using in this particular case. The type 2 hypervisors are called hosted hypervisors, and this hosted hypervisor, from the word hosted, it means they don't run on the system directly, on the hardware directly like the bare metal. There must be something that anchors them for them to operate, and that's why we are saying what comes in a physical machine or a physical operating system. All right, now this physical is the one operating system, or this physical machine is the one that will host VirtualBox, it will host VMware Workstation, and so on. So it is important to know the type of hypervisors that you're using. On my case, of course, I know I'm using hosted hypervisor, and that it constitutes of VirtualBox, VMware Workstation Pro, VMware Workstation Player. Having said that, let's proceed. Guest OS is another component of system virtual machines. The guest OS are literally the operating systems that are running within the VM. Okay, once you have installed either VirtualBox or VMware Workstation Player or Pro in your host or in your physical computer, now you can run guest operating system, which we call virtualized operating systems, to these virtual machines. And lastly is the virtual hardware. Virtual hardware, it functions just like your physical hardware, and in this case, for the word virtual, it means it emulates the components of your host computer. These components include the CPU, the storage, network interface, and of course random access memory, that is the RAM. And remember, this virtual hardware, the main man to enhance this is called virtual machine monitor. So now you know that virtual machine monitor or hypervisor is the boss and is the middleman between your virtual machine and your physical computer. Thank you guys for keeping on right with me at Mark Cyber. My name is Mark, and I'm happy to see you around. Subscribe to this channel, turn notification bell on. Remember to comment below this video. Let me know what you understand now by guest operating system. What can you define from your own point of understanding? What do you understand by sandboxing? What do you understand by virtual hardware? Thank you, and see you in the next topic. Welcome back, folks. Our next topic is, why are virtual machines important? Well, virtual machines are important because of multiple functionality. Number one, reasons why virtual machines are important and preferred by most people. That might be individuals who are starting this course, or professionals or IT enthusiasts. These are the reasons why virtual machines are important, or why you should use virtual machines as far as IT, cybersecurity, ethical hacking, penetration testing, and networking is concerned. These machines are cost effective. We are talking about cost efficiency. This means that they are available more when compared to physical hardware. These virtual machines, you can just download them from online website or from the online sources when compared to a physical hardware or physical machine. All right, a physical machine, of course, it will need you to walk into a shop, and for you to get a the recommended type of hardware for this particular course, they are expensive. I can tell you, these laptops are not cheap. They are very, very expensive, and they cost thousands of dollars in this particular case. That is something that you might not be having, but now through this virtual machine, the virtual machines make work easier for you. You can just navigate to online platform and download VirtualBox and download VMware, and they are available for free. For the case of VirtualBox, it is available for free, and you can download it anytime you want to use it, and that will save you on the cost. You only need a wide source of a Wi-Fi and of course, or a data bundles for you to download these virtual machines, and that will save you on the cost. Number two is flexibility. Okay, the issues of flexibility, it means they are not strict to a specific operating system, not one, but you can run multiple operating system environments on a single platform. Take for instance, when you install VMware Workstation in your computer, now it will give you an environment that you can run different operating systems. Just as we said before, you can run Kali Linux, you can run Kali Linux, you can run Ubuntu, you can run Parrot OS, and of course you can also run Windows 11 Server, and so on and so forth. Another important feature why you should use these virtual machines is testing and development. They provide an isolated environment, or they provide a different environment that is safe for testing softwares and conducting what we call malware analysis. And in this case, when there is a problem in any of the virtualized operating system, it won't affect another operating system. Another reason why it is important to use virtual machines is disaster recovery. You can take snapshots, and that can help in backups. You can go back to your sessions and keep track of whatever you're doing. But one thing you need to know is that the issues of snapshots and backups are important and will help you to know where you left and get started or continue. Lastly is isolation. Isolation, it means it gives a different environment. Each virtualized operating system has an environment, or each virtual machine has an environment that is important for installing different operating systems. And we are saying that through isolation there is improved security through separation of environments. These operating systems, they don't share the environment. Each installed virtual machine has different environment, and also the virtualized operating systems have their various environment, and that will prove to you that in case of any change, any manipulation, in case of any attack, any error, it won't affect another environment, because they all function in their different environments. So guys, you know why you should use virtual machines. And now, if an exam comes, can you explain the reasons why virtual machines should be considered for the IT professionals, or for those people who are doing malware analysis? Why are virtual machines important? Why are virtual machines important in networking? Well, this is the assignment. Let me know what you got below this video. Why is isolation important when using virtual machines? Why is isolation important? Let me know your idea below this video and I will be able to respond to you one by one. Folks, thank you for keeping it right with me at Mark Cyber. My name is Mark, and kindly hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below this video. Let us know what you have learned in this case, and now what you have known about virtual machines, and why do you want to continue learning virtual machines. Once again, it's good to see you. Stick around. My name is Mark, and for today we'll come to the end of it and we say thank you, and remember to subscribe, share and comment, and see you in the next video. What do you want us to learn in the next tutorial? Of course, we will now dive deep the world of cybersecurity. What is cybersecurity? What is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is from two terms, cyber and secure. Now, let me know what you think about cybersecurity. Bye bye for now, and see you in the next video. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. We are from Phantom Studio, all right, and coming live again to you for the purpose of this tutorial. If you find this channel insightful, remember to subscribe, remember to turn notification bell on, and share, comment below this video. Let us know what you think about this video, and of course, next tutorial, we are diving to the world of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is not a new term. This is a term of the ages and still invades the global system at a rate that no one can explain. Remember, cybersecurity comes from two terms, cyber and secure. Define cybersecurity below this video and we will come and respond to you. Bye bye for now. Remember, this is Mark Cyber and my name is Mark. See you in the next video.